It has been one of the quietest Jets off seasons that I can remember in the last couple of years. Now, don't get me wrong, the Jets aren't a famous team for when it comes to big off-season splashes, don't get me wrong, but Kyle Capobianco and David Reddick usually don't scream, hey, it looks like we're trying to be cup contenders, especially after missing the playoffs. But the news we've all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen, broke early this morning, 7:30, and I was shocked beyond belief when I saw this. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for this? The news that we've been waiting for all summer long is that the Winnipeg Jets will be having a sponsored patch by Canada Life on their jersey, as you can see right there. Let's pause it. There it is. Canada Life, paused, ready to go. Look at that beautiful, beautiful video. That's the new jersey, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you've all been waiting to see. And, yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. See you guys in the next one. Peace, love, and positivity as always, and bye-bye. Okay, now with all seriousness, let's talk about the real news that you are all here for. You've already read the title. You've seen it. It broke at 8 o'clock this morning. Blake Wheeler, ladies and gentlemen, after 6 seasons with the Sea, has been stripped of his captaincy. Believe it or not, I was going to make a video on this a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I can't remember. It's been a crazy last couple weeks, but I wanted to talk about this because I was like, if the Jets aren't going to be, if they're going to run it back and they're not going to do anything else, blah, 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 you got to take away the Sea. You got to change the room if you're bringing it all back. And Rick Bowness does that. Rick Bowness does the unthinkable and strips Blake Wheeler of his Sea. I can't believe the organization allowed this to happen, and I can't believe that it happened. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Take a glance, read it. Crazy stuff, pause it. But yeah, history right there. Blake Wheeler is no longer the captain, the second captain in franchise history. We don't have a captain. We will not be having one this season. Pretty crazy when you really think about it. It still blows my mind, really. Like, I'm not as surprised that this happened in the sense that he deserved to lose his Sea, in my opinion. As you guys know, you know exactly where I stand with Blake Wheeler as of late. You know, it's just, you know where I stand, and that's how it is. It is what it is. That's the best way to put it. I don't really like Blake Wheeler with the Sea anymore. I haven't for a while, but that's how it happens. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm still shocked. So basically, what can we take from all this? Well, we've known the rumors with Blake Wheeler for a while. I'm going to take these off because the meme's over. But let's be real. We've known for a while now that Blake Wheeler, to some extent, whether or not the rumors be fully true or not, has been an issue in the locker room, as well as Mark Scheifele and other people as well. You know this just based on the quotes we've seen from the players after their post games alone. Josh Morrissey talking about no one owning up to anything, the room being quiet, blah, blah, blah. So many examples. I can't even remember all of them. But we know for a fact that the room is the problem. Whether or not Blake Wheeler is the problem or not, it's up to dispute with everyone in the fan base. You know, I really don't care what you think. I think that if you don't think there's a problem in the room, then you probably need to give your head a scratch. But honestly, I think that whether or not all we can put on Blake Wheeler's shoulders or not, I don't know, but he definitely was one of the problems. So I think this is great because you have basically Rick Bowness coming out and saying that you need a change in there. It's, you know, it's new coaching staff, it's a new regime, it's time for a new face. And he says that there's a lot of guys that have been here for a while that are wanting to step into a leadership role. They want to do more. They want to take the next step in their careers. I can only imagine that means guys like Kyle Connor, Nikolai Ehlers, hell, even Josh Morrissey, who has been an assistant captain for a while, but nonetheless is still one of the most thoughtful and, you know, leader-like players on the team, in my opinion, within a lot of people's opinions for this fan base. So I think that this move makes a ton of sense for a lot of different reasons. Not only do you have Blake Wheeler coming out and saying this quote like this, saying that if you think that because of this I'm not going to be, I'm going to fade into the back and I'm not going to be a leader on this team, you're sorely mistaken. So obviously Wheeler is going to be on this team still, but what I can take from this is that the new age of Jets hockey begins whether or not it's with a new roster or not. This is what we are going to have to expect this season, that Rick Bowness, regardless of what you think about his coaching and his record, he wants to make changes to this club, and he believes in this club, so much to the point that he stripped a 6-year captain without even naming a replacement after his last coach, even though Dave Lowry was, hear me out, after his last coach just stepped away and they didn't have a coach to fill either. So this team is just taking away, you know, staples of this room for good reason, basically. Look, it's hard to explain my thought process on this, and you guys can probably understand that and relate to it to some extent as well, because a lot of you love Blake Wheeler, even though you don't want him in the Sea anymore and all these other reasons. You know, there's a lot to take into consideration here, but I think my big takeaway from this, going into next season, what excites me about this is the fact that Blake Wheeler potentially wanted out of Winnipeg. He wasn't moved, the Jets weren't willing to retain Cap, yada, yada, yada. That's the rumors, okay? Don't quote me on that, none of that's true. But that's what we know as fans based on leaked information in the media. Now he gets a Sea taken off of him. I would not be expected to see him trying to play his heart out and playing at his absolute best, because now he doesn't have to answer to so much. Obviously, he's the most leader and veteran guy on the team. He's the only guy from the original inaugural season Jets. He's been here every year. He's been our most all-star next to Bufflin. Like, he's the face of the franchise. You can't argue that. He has been for a while now. I know Laine was Laine, but Wheeler is the heart and soul of Winnipeg when it comes to the team. Whether or not you like him in the room or not, I'm in the same boat. You can't take that away from him. So it's going to be a big change out there, but I think this will be good for Blake Wheeler and for the Jets. Like you have Bonus saying, you got young guys that want to step up. A new group of leaders, it will emerge. We don't know, could they? They will emerge. This team has leaders on it. They felt voiceless under the last regime with coaching and your captaincies. So I think this is going to be great for the team. You get a complete restart, basically, in that room with the leadership. You build it up from the top down, basically, bottom down, whatever you want, really, because Bonus doesn't care anymore about captains. Who do they want? I want to see with an A? I don't even care at this moment. I'd like Josh Morrissey to retain one. I don't care if Scheifele gets one. I don't care if Wheeler gets one. I'd prefer to see them not wear any letters on their jersey, let them just focus on hockey and trying to find their games again. And that's all I can really hope for. So if you're asking me, I'd love to see Kyle Connor get an A. I'd love to see Nikolai Ehlers get an A. I think these are good leaders that have been on this club for a long time, that have grown from young players to being, experienced guys in the league now that have a lot to offer in a different role. So I'm very excited to see where this is all going to go. But yeah, it's a huge day in Winnipeg because you have all this change. The jersey ads, which I'm just joking. I really don't care about the jersey ads. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are on that. It just says Canada Life. It's like this big. The NBA has ads. Like, it's an ad. It's whatever. Especially if it blends into the jersey, the blue and the red with the white on the Canada Life. I don't think it looks that bad. They already have it on the practice jerseys, which I use in a lot of cutouts and thumbnails, and I don't mind the patch there. I've been looking at it for a while. It's just a patch. As long as it doesn't have that freshy patch they used to have, I'm okay with it. So, yeah. Blake Wheeler, stripped of his C. We have no idea who the captain's going to be. There won't be a captain next year. Really have no idea on what the alternates are going to be either. If they stay the same, if they don't. But yeah, a big shakeup coming in Winnipeg, and I am all for it, as you guys can probably expect. But let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section below. How do you feel about this? Are you happy? Are you sad? What's your favorite Blake Wheeler captain moment? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I think my favorite Blake Wheeler captain moment was even before he got the C, when they, in 2016, 2016, I think it was. I'm probably getting that year wrong, but nonetheless, with the first Heritage Classic, when they did the jersey unveiling down at Portage in Maine, they brought out Dale Hawerchuk, they had Dave Semenko out there. Both of those legends rest in peace. And they announced the roster, they announced the logo and the jerseys for both teams. It was great. And before Blake Wheeler even came out wearing the jersey, they already started chanting Captain Wheeler. An entire crowd of Jets fans in the hot August heat wearing jerseys yelling Captain Wheeler. And for some reason, it's always stick with me because that's how I knew that he would be the captain. I just had this feeling. I always knew it, and seeing fans agree there. And we had some great moments with him. He took us to the Western Conference Final. He was a great leader for a time. I'm not going to take that away from him. He was. But obviously, the pressure, the market, and just the underperforming, it really got to him, obviously. And I'm really hoping that he stays with Winnipeg for now with a good head on his shoulders, plays the best hockey he can, and looks to better himself based on where he's been the last couple of years, because even though he's still probably a great guy off the ice, in that room it looked like a lot of problems. So I'm hoping that this will be good for both parties, him and the Jets. So let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear them. Thanks so much for watching. Check out all the affiliate links down in the description below. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram to see my more up-to-date thoughts and reactions to breaking news. I was at work when all this stuff happened. As you guys already know, I work 7 to 3:30 out here on the West Coast, 9 to 5, but it is basically like a 9 to 5 every day. So yeah, I can't cover everything when it happens sometimes, so you got lots of other places. So with that being said, go subscribe to the Nolan Hockey Podcast down in the comment section below, as well as Jets Hub, two great channels that cover breaking news that the Jets do. Sometimes they beat me to it, so you can go check those guys out. Have a great rest of your day. Peace, love, and positivity as always. Thank you so much for watching. Go check out the Young Stars tournament in Penticton. If you're not living in Penticton, can't watch it, you can watch it for free on the NHL website. Just go find the Twitter on the Jets Instagram and Twitter and their socials. They've got the link to it, so you can go watch the Young Stars of tomorrow play today. Have a great rest of your day. Peace, love, and positivity as always, and bye-bye.